look at this. But they're everywhere. Oh my god. Okay, today we're gonna attempt to fix my BMW as the belt hopefully did not get sucked into the crankshaft. So let's go. It's not exactly the video I've been wanting to make today, but we're gonna give this a shot. Either my car is a total loss, or it's a $40 fix. It's one of the two. We're going to attempt a all or nothing fix on my BMW today. What happened is one of the oil cooler lines that was coming from the oil filter housing, one of the coolant lines had a little hole in it, and this coolant line is right above, not right above, right behind the radiator fan. So as oil was spewing out of this oil cooler line, the fan was basically spraying it all over my engine, and it was spraying it all over the serpentine belt. And on the N54 BMWs, what happens is when oil gets spewed onto the serpentine belt, it walks itself off the pulleys. And what happens is it starts to attack the crank seal. And as the crank is spinning, sucks in the seal and the belt, causing catastrophic engine failure. Now, yesterday when I was literally driving from my facility to an Ace Hardware store, and as I pulled into the parking lot, lost power steering, lost AC, and that basically means that the belt is no longer on the pulleys. When I pulled into the parking lot and parked, I opened the hood and boom, immediately shreds everywhere. That's not good, because if the belt gets sucked into the crankshaft, then basically shreds of the belt clogs up the oil lines and everything, and basically the engine's destroyed. It's basically catastrophic engine failure. So either one of two things is going to happen today. Either one, the belt got sucked into the housing and the engine is a total loss, which means the car is a total loss, or I take out the belt and I switch it for a brand new one that costs $40, clean up the engine bay, so on and so forth. But yeah, so that's what we're going to find out today. So interestingly, this is my first real video on this channel in a long time, and it took my car facing life or death for me to make a video on this. But I have watched so many Matt Armstrong videos that I can attempt this fix. So let's just hope for the best here. There it is, in all its oil spilling glory. Okay, here's my baby over the last 3 years, of which I've barely made any content of, which is totally okay because I've been here to enjoy the car. But today is a very serious day, and we're gonna pray that it goes good. But yeah, this is my ultra rare baby that's relatively cheap compared to most used cars. So alrighty, well, I'm gonna lift this car into the air like Jesus, and we're just gonna pray that it looks good. But let's just take a quick look at what we got here. Okay, so oil spill central. I don't see the belt anywhere, which is not a good sign at first. But I'm gonna start taking things apart, and we're just gonna pray to Lord Jesus that it's all gonna be okay. All right, well, let's go. Before we actually get started, this oil cooler line was the problem. Radiator fan is right here. Little hole at the very top. You can barely see it, but it was spewing oil out this way and the fan was shooting it this way. That's why That's why the engine bay looks the way it does. So I'm gonna start taking things apart and we're just gonna see how this goes. All right, so first things first, we're gonna take off the shroud at the top that covers the tops of the radiators, and that should give us enough space to kind of see what's happening here. So let's go with that. Really quick. You see where the light is and where that shadow starts? I have until the sun reaches right about here, because as soon as the sun's over this side of the place, it's gonna become July in Texas unbearably hot. So I think we have a good like few hours until we can make that work. So let's go. So I've drained most of the oil and it doesn't look like there's any belt shreds in the oil. So far, good news, but I still got my fingers crossed because I don't want to drink my own Kool-Aid this early in the game, so. All right, next up, we have to remove the radiator fan. So to do that, there is 3 bolts. Actually, no, there's 5 bolts, 2 on either side and then 1 in the middle. And once we take that off, it should reveal the radiator fan, which we will now take off. On the back of the radiator fan is a little screw that needs to be taken off. It's holding one of the coolant lines. So what I'm doing now is taking off the under tray, and then I found this. Oh, look at this. These are all belt shreds. And look, more belt shreds. Holy shit. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but they're everywhere. Oh my God. Yeah, so that does not look good. It basically just means that there's shreds everywhere and it just fell on top of the tray. However, I'm not gonna let that hold me back from just taking a look anyway. So this is me removing the radiator fan, and now I have enough space to kind of just check out what's happening there. And after taking off a bunch of stuff, I just found more shreds. They were everywhere. Okay, at first glance, I'm so dirty. Oh my God. Dirty AF. Okay. At first glance, the crank seal looks like it's still intact. So does that mean if it's still intact that there's no way the belt can get in, right? Here, let's take a look from down here. Yeah. Okay, so I'm feeling around here. I took out all of the belt material that was there, and I don't feel like, I still feel the seal, and the seal is relatively still intact. If the seal's intact, then we should be good, right? I mean, I'll crank the crankshaft by hand and see if it still goes, but praying, hoping that that's good news, because ChatGPT says that as long as the seal is intact, that there's no way that the belt can get sucked in. So I guess let me just spin it by hand and see how that goes. We may have avoided the worst case scenario. So if you look, the seal looks relatively intact. I might still replace it though, but ChatGPT says that based on the clear picture that I provided, that it doesn't look like it's made its way in to the crankcase. So with a little bit of luck, we should be able to fix this, no problem. I think we might be good, so let's fucking go. But yeah, I'm going to take Matt Armstrong's advice and just put all the bolts back where I got them from. Just make sure that I don't misplace them. I think that's very important. That is assuming I know where these bolts go. So let's just do that. Okay, well, lights reached the car, so it's about time to take a little break. But if you like this video, please like and subscribe. I'd appreciate it a lot. It helps me out a lot. I want to keep doing these videos for N52 owners, because while there's like a lot of information out there, I feel like it's like very fragmented and they don't show you like anything in depth. So yeah, I want to keep making these videos because this was kind of fun. Made me
feel like I didn't have to like listen to podcasts and music the entire time while working on it. So, and if anything that I did helped somebody else understand or figure something out about their N54 or their car or whatever, then that'll be fantastic. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.